Hello again, Doc on the clock with more 48-hour contests by MAG48HMML. It's time to go down to Tier 1, which is over here. Now here's the Oshitsu Osaretsu. Mega Man Overboard. You've landed in Tier 1 of the home of the lowest rated simulations in the fair. It's not too late. You can hop onto this green foot holder and ride back to the ship. No one will blame you. They might not, but I've got to do it anyway. As the chair of the Festival Complaint Committee, I'd like to remind everyone of 4 things. 1. This is a celebration of amateur simulation design. Set your expectations accordingly. 2. Any simulation deemed excessively long or difficult for the general public will have a skip teleporter. Using a skip teleporter bypasses the entire simulation so that you don't have to work for the energy elements. 3. To quit a simulation before finishing, use the exit option on the pause menu. 4. Festival attendees often sell or trade up for upgrades that make simulations easier. Talk to everyone. I hope these help. If they don't, please file a complaint. Alright, it's time. First contest level. This would be more meaningful if I hadn't already done it. But, first contest level. Super MAG48 Space Pipes. Score 3. So the average score is actually like about 32, I think. Somewhere around there. 32 or 34 or something like that. But because I submitted it 97 minutes late, the maximum possible score was 3. Why did they submit it 97 minutes late? Yeah, you'll find out. Also, as I mentioned before, you can see what was supposed to be used for this level. Of course, some of them don't make a whole lot of sense. Just like this opening doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, let's jump over to these bolts? What's going on here? I can walk, but I can't move sideways when I jump. Well, actually. So this gimmick is from Mega Man 10, I believe. Also, yes, this is very silly. It's the shooting gravity thing from the elevator section. Not the elevator sections. It's from... There's a rising section somewhere. Actually, this might be I think this is actually Mega Man 9. I think I'm getting Wily 3 from Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 confused. Mega Man 10 was the elevator. But anyway, the point of the matter is it's funky gravity and kind of weird and not the most comfortable thing to be doing. But here we have a sign. Hello, I originally wanted to make a different level, but because of Game Maker and/or this engine, I had to scrap it. I made a different semi-joke level in a few hours instead. Also, I submitted this late on purpose. I hope I lose. By the way, Quentin's the boss, and check out the pause menu for a cool effect. So yeah, Super MAG48 wasn't making a serious entry here. That's why. The shame is, it's not even that bad overall. It's weird and underdeveloped, for sure. But, it has an interesting concept to it, at least. It could have, as you can see, if it hadn't been submitted late, it would have been significantly higher up. It wouldn't have been in Tier 1. So, but yeah, I guess he just wasn't interested in really being registered as a serious entrant here. And also, What I'm going to be doing for this is one entry, unless it's under 10 minutes, and then if it's under 10 minutes, they'll do 2 entries per episode. So it'll be fewer episodes most likely than MAG48HMML 2, but that's probably for the best. Also, I'm not going to be really reading the judge comments, although I might read some lines that I like. But I will be scrolling through them all, because I think it's important that the judge comments be seen, because this is a contest. And even if you didn't submit something, you can get feedback from the judges as to what worked and what didn't in the level. Conveyance is bad. Yeah, I did not know what was going on at first. Also, yeah, you're going to be missing out on my earlier struggles with Quint. Here's a hint. Just don't jump, ever, in the Quint battle. You wanted a joke review? Too bad. Serious time! Of course, it would have to be a Waluigi joke from PKWG. Also a meme. I don't get this meme. But it is PKWG, we know he likes Toho. You probably did. Yeah, he did. So yeah, that was that level, and that was all that was going on with it. So let's go to 106th place. Cutting Edge Technology by the lowest scoring level. Because Max is the lowest scoring level for penalty reasons, but this is an actually lowest scoring level. And you can briefly see what is present for this. And no, do not adjust your headset. There's no music here. Which, you know, I don't particularly like when a stage does that. Ooh. I think I might want Homing Sniper for a while. So, here's the interesting thing about this stage. So, you just saw those sheep blocks, right? Also, we have these. So you just saw those sheep blocks, right? They disappeared pretty darn quickly. These ones, however, are much slower. And these ones are much faster. And these ones are much slower. You're getting the picture? The color of the sheep blocks is important in determining how fast they disappear. In fact, this room demonstrates that very aptly. So the blue and gray ones are probably about, I'd say, 50% slower. Maybe 100% slower. It might be twice as long before they disappear. And I think the red and yellow ones are half as long before they disappear. And by the way, there's not 2 directions there. But yeah, I thought this was pretty easy. Remember this for a moment. And that's actually kind of a neat setup with the sheep blocks. Taking advantage of the faster speed as part of the challenge. Now, what isn't done very well here are the enemy usage. It just kind of feels like they're just kind of thrown in wherever they feel like. Good timing. So you gotta hurry with these. Here's another interesting setup. So these guys are gonna be dropping down on you constantly. You just gotta move around. And speeding up, and... Ooh. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at that. And there's an interesting challenge there, too. Although not the most difficult challenge, I would say. I think it would be a little bit more tricky if it was flipped around, the blue and green on the other side. Notice, this stage originally did not have an energy element at the end. This energy element was added by the dev team. I am curious if you can go through those gates, but no. We'll just finish it up there. Okay, that wasn't a great stage. It didn't use its enemies like barely at all. And kind of lacking in challenge progression. But you can see there's some interesting ideas there. I think that a lot more could have been done with those two different timings. But remember what I said about how I thought it was pretty easy to tell? Yeah, Parmesan, I think I agree with him in a lot of ways. It's a very empty level. It has the one thing going for it, basically, and that's the different timing of the Sheepman blocks. But it needed more than that. Also, yeah, it's kind of visually atrocious, but... Every tile on this level looks like a Lego, which is appropriate because this level is about as fun as repeatedly stepping on the contents of a Lego set. Now here is the issue that I have where I highlighted that. Why make the timing of the perilous disappearing platforms more random? They're not random. They're two different timings. They're two different, very consistent timings. That's not random. And they're coded, and they're color-coded for the timings. And I'm really unable to figure out how that was not parsed very quickly. I mean, the rest of MJack's review is pretty much as you would expect, but it highlights the same issues that all the other judges have. But MJack wasn't the only one. Frames also didn't get that the color coding was also speed coding. And, you know, I know the judges are playing these actively, and everyone's got their own play styles and thought process and whatnot, but I mean, it wasn't perfectly conveyed, but it wasn't difficult to figure out. I am just kind of baffled at how they had that much trouble with that. And granted, I don't think that it boosts the score that much higher, because the level has things that are clearly very bad about it, but I feel like that's an odd miss for 2 judges to miss that. But yeah, it's basically the this level is not great, but I kind of like. Despite the fact that it's not great, I kind of like it in a way. I mean, I like the idea. I think that it presents of the different timings for the Sheepman blocks, because I don't think I've seen that before. It was supposed to show even at a low-rated level, you can see something kind of cool. Anyway, that's all from me for now. Until next time, this is Doc. I'll see you later.